everybody, if you're new here, I'm Taylor Nuggy. I do a lot of videos here where I go through my physical game collection. I've gotten really big into physical game collecting. I would say in the last 2 years, my family was a big inspiration on that, but also just kind of like the way that the gaming industry is going in general. Everything seems to be digital these days, you know, subscription services, and which is awesome for trying new games. But I think that there's this special nostalgia and charm to physical game collecting that I absolutely love. And one of my favorite handheld devices, if not, it's a pretty strong competitor, PSP versus DS, which one is my favorite, but my PSP has become one of my favorite handhelds. I play it so much. I love it so much. It's so cute. I got this one off eBay. It is pink. It is so cute. It's like a refurbished one. I heard that I actually did not own a PSP like when they were popular. So the first time me owning a PSP was when I bought it for myself for my birthday last year. I did forget this was a birthday present to myself. I always wanted a PSP, so for my birthday I was like, I'm buying myself a PSP. And I was actually very surprised at how many games are available for the PSP. I grew up a huge PlayStation fan. The PlayStation 1 was my first console that I ever played in. It really got me into gaming in general. And so I feel like the PSP is just adding that like nostalgia factor of something I never had as a child, and just really, I don't know, just satisfying that in like this really unique way, but also just all the really cool games I get to play on it. And the purpose of this video today is to show you all the games that I have for my PSP. Some of them I have played, some of them I have not. The backlog is long, and that doesn't just include my Steam library, that also includes my PSP or even just like physical game collection. I've been meaning to make this video for a while because I have a lot of games. So my plan is to go through the different games according to their genre. And just, I think that's the best way to organize this video. With my PSP, I got a couple of games that just came with it. I think it was like 3 different games. So I recommend eBay if you don't have like a retro game store near you. Like, I have a couple of retro game stores near me where I live, but I know that not everybody that's the case. And I'll see them in there for like $100, like, which I don't think is bad. I think it depends on where you live, how much either physical games cost or consoles cost, from what I've seen retro game shopping in like New York City, for example, and then also just what I hear online. So yeah, eBay is a great place if you don't have a retro game store near you and you really want to get into physical game collecting. I've had nothing but good experiences. Of course, you can just go buy reviews and things. But I feel like I didn't finish my thought earlier, but I was talking about how I heard that the battery for the PSP when it first came out wasn't great. It didn't have like a great battery life. I assume with the refurbished one, it seems like I don't have anything to compare it to because I didn't play the PSP. Like, I didn't have one the time that it came out. So I don't have anything to compare it to as far as original, but I don't have a battery issue with mine. It lasts for hours. I'm not finding myself like it dying on me while I'm trying to play. I realized one of my chihuahuas was chewing on a bone, and if that was distracting in the background, you heard it, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna re-record the first part of this video, but I did take it away from him, so it's not distracting for the rest of the video. But now we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna show you my physical games. I'm so excited. Okay, so the first pile of games I have here, I would call them cozy games, but there's really just like a wide variety. There's like some puzzles. I'll just show you, and then you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this game, actually, which is a Japanese game. It's this one. So I actually looked it up on my phone. Really cool that we have the technology that you can take a picture and you can translate. So it says that this game is Sword Art in School Stories. I assume that is related to like the Sword Art Online series. Like I said, this one literally came free with my PSP. I haven't played it, to be honest. I don't speak Japanese, and I feel like playing an RPG in Japanese would be very difficult because it's very dependent on story and like I don't know. I assume this is an RPG, but I really don't know anything about it. It just came with it. I'm just making assumptions. It did come out in 2009. It says that on here, but yeah, I mean, I may like pop it into my PSP at some point and just see what it's about and see like how much of it I can get away with. Maybe I'll be super lucky and there's some sort of like option to play it English. I have no idea. This came with my PSP. I don't know anything about it. Have you ever played this game? Do you recognize it? Can somebody in chat, somebody watching, can you confirm or deny if this is a part of the Sword Art Online series? So the next game that I'm going to show you, this was like a very random game that I just picked up on a whim. It is this game called Monsters. I actually am going to look this up on my phone really quick because I believe that this game is a tactical RPG and that's what like made me want to get into it. I really love like tactical games or like tactical strategy. Okay, I just did a little Google search. It says Pixel Junk Monsters is a tower defense video game where players control a character called a Tiki Man to build defensive towers from trees to protect their tribe's children from waves of monsters. I just thought that it sounded really cool, and then I looked up like pictures of it, and the art style was like pretty interesting. I'm trying to think of like what it reminds me of, like sort of Don't Starve Together, like sort of, but more colorful, like way more colorful. And yeah, it's like a tactical RPG where you're like trying to protect the castles from the monsters. I haven't played it yet. It's on my backlog, but I picked it up because I was like, this is really cute, and it definitely looks like something that I would like to play. Okay, the next game I'm gonna show you, I'm actually gonna go through this little mini series that I have. I'm realizing that I'm missing a game. It's probably around here somewhere, but I can go grab it and then add it to this video. So this game I actually got from eBay. So back when I bought my PSP, I knew that there were certain games that I just like really wanted, like absolutely had to have, and this was one of them. So this one's actually in the case. The case is a little beat up, so if I ever found a case that like wasn't, I would get it. But I have Sims 2 for the PSP. If you've been to my Twitch channel or maybe you've watched some of my previous videos, then you will know that one of my favorite series of all time is The Sims. Like, my first Sims game was Sims Bustin' Out. I loved it so much. Like, that is like a core memory. I think just playing it with my sister, really, just having that nostalgia. But I actually haven't played this. I do know one thing about like the GBA Sims games, those are like completely different games. They're like nothing. They're nothing like the original Sims game of that, whatever. Like my aunt was playing Sims Bustin' Out. I was like, that is not anything like what I played, but still a really great experience, still really fun. So yeah, the thing about this, I haven't gotten around to playing it yet. I've had it forever. This is just me and my backlog. I think I'm gonna like, after this video, I'm gonna load it up and play it and get back with you on like my review of this game. I love Sims. I'm excited. If it's just like the PlayStation version, that would make me so happy. I feel like that would be so fun to play on a handheld. Okay, so the next game I have that is Sims is, this is like, I just have like a standalone Sims 2 Pets. I'm pretty sure that I got this, I can't remember if I got this off eBay or if I found this out and about. I feel like I got it just out and about. Most of the time if I find like the disc by itself, it's just something that I found out in the wild, because I do try to get it with the case. It just makes it easier for storage purposes. And I love Sims 2 Pets. I feel like Sims just used to be so different and it's really evolved over the years in some ways that I like, in some ways that I don't like, and everything is like a DLC these days. It's pretty cool because like a lot of people are out here like modding their Sims game, and that just gives you like infinite possibilities. Once again, I just think that there's a special charm to like the OG Sims games, and Sims Pets is like that. It's just simple, and the day that I was like, I can have a pet in Sims, changed my life. Not to be dramatic, but it's true. I need to play that one too. I haven't got around to playing the Sims games on my PSP. I have so many games. Backlog's crazy. Maybe at some point I'll get to it. The next game that I'm gonna show you that is Sims, it had fallen off to the side. But the next Sims game that I have is Sims Castaway. I'll be honest, am I a Sims poser right now? I'm not sure that I've ever played Sims Castaway. I don't know, I think it just didn't appeal to me at some point for some reason. Like, I never had that expansion for it back when, I'm pretty sure I played this, like, I played this on console, but I also played it on PC, I'm pretty sure, as far as like Sims 2 goes, that is. But Sims Castaway I've never played. And when I saw it, I was like, now is my time. Now's my time to play Sims Castaway, and I'm gonna do it portably on the PSP. Makes me really excited. So I do own this game. I haven't played it. I haven't played any of my Sims games on PSP. I'm like, what am I doing in my life? I need to get around to doing that, but at some point I will. And like I said, I'll get back to y'all on what I think about them. I think it'd be really cool to do like a review video of my portable Sims games. Okay, the next game that I have, I call it a cozy game, but I think it's like kind of hard. Maybe I'm just like really bad at it. But I have Frogger Helmet Chaos. I love OG Frogger, where you're just kind of like 2D crossing the street, trying not to get hit by trucks or eaten by alligators, and you're just jumping across logs. Like, I love Frogger OG. This game is very different from that in the sense of that it's like there are little puzzles that you have to kind of solve in a way to like unlock things to move on to a different area, and there's like a map, like it's like a designated like map that kind of goes around instead of just going straight in a line. So it's very different from like the original Frogger, but it's still really fun. I think I'm just bad at it, but the more that I play, the better you get. That's just how it goes with these games, and I think I should put some more time into it and give it a try. The thing about Frogger, this game, is like when you die, you just start the whole game over, which makes it hard. Like, you have lives. I mean, you have lives, so like if you die so many times, then you have to start over. But if you die like within your life, still have lives left, then you can restart your checkpoint. But the thing is, like, I die a lot, so I end up having to restart the game. But the thing about that is that when you have to restart the game completely and you redo the first area over and over and over again, it becomes really easy. That's the thing about these games, is like something that seems like hard, once you do it 20 times, it's like just like the back of your hand. It's really easy. So I think these games require patience, something that I lack sometimes. And it gets to the point where it's like stressful. So I end up having to put it down, but I do love Frogger, and that's just kind of how like those retro games are, you know what I mean? Like those OG, like retro games are hard, and that's just kind of how it is. Okay, so the next game I'll show you, I love this game. I'm going to tell you that my uncle recommended it to me when we were retro game shopping together. If you don't already follow his channel, Pixel Pub Podcast, I will try to link it in this video below, so go give him a follow. He does a lot of like also physical game hauls or game reviews or just like ranking games. He's played a lot of different ones. He's really cool. But he recommended Lumines to me, which I never played. And let me tell you, I think this is my favorite game for my PSP. And I know that's a steep statement, but I love this game so much. I love Tetris. Something about me is I love Tetris. I do love puzzle games. This is basically like Tetris because you're trying to connect like certain blocks of different colors. So like the same color, right? But you're trying to like connect them. Anyway, this game is awesome because it has like amazing 2000s music to it, and I just love it. If you don't have a PSP and you're interested in playing Lumines, I will tell you that this game comes on Nintendo Switch. So, and you can play with 2 players. Unless, I don't know that this game, oh no, it is 1 to 2 players. And it's Wi-Fi compatible. So I guess like, but yeah, if you don't have a PSP, then good news for you. It is available for up to 2 players. And they're coming out with a new Lumines. Let me look it up when the new Lumines game comes out. I think it's November, but I don't want to tell you wrong in this video. Oh, and it's coming out on PS5. That's really exciting. I believe it's November. I'm not really seeing anything in like a quick little Google search, but pretty sure it comes out in November. But yeah, Lumines is awesome. If you have a PSP, there's a second one. There's a second one for PSP. There's also this game available on Switch, like a remake, and they're coming out with a new one. Exciting stuff. Okay, so if you watched my last YouTube video where I did just like a recent random game haul, then you would have already seen this game. I have Hatsune Miku for PSP, and it just makes me so excited. This game is in Japanese, but it was only $15 at Anime NYC, so I had to pick it up, and I felt like because it's a rhythm game that it being in Japanese wasn't going to be a problem. I was like, I feel like I can figure out enough of it to maybe even use like the Google Picture Translate on my screen maybe to like try to navigate, but I can like figure out enough of it to be able to get to the screen to actually, from that point, you just press buttons. So I'm very excited about this. I'm a huge Hatsune Miku fan. I have it on Steam. I love it. I've been looking for it on PS5. I would love to own it on PS5, physically especially. So yeah, I was excited when I found this, and I can't wait to play it. It is one that I got recently. The next game that I have is, I don't know if I call it a cozy game, but it's kind of like, this is like a big like puzzle miscellaneous kind of cozy game. This one's silly. I still haven't gotten around to playing it. It's a dating sim. It's silly. It was featured on my old videos. Brooklyn Town High. Dating sims can just be so silly and fun, and I just love like, very playful, right? Like just kind of living this like weird alternative life for just a few minutes. So it says, love is a game, how you play it. Are you a jock, a nerd, or a badass rebel? Relive your fondest or worst high school memories by enrolling in Brooktown High. The senior prom is approaching and you need to find a date for the big dance. It seems like you can customize your character and you can change like their clothing. You like can pick their clothing and how they look, and you can play as either a female or male, which is really cool. So it's definitely like a create your own story type of thing. And oh my gosh, there's a link to MySpace, myspace.com/Brooktown High. Little Remy's making an appearance in this video. Everybody say hi to Remy. It's a dating sim, but it seems like there's like all sorts of stuff you can do. You just like walk around, create your own look, you can romance, dates at the beach, the mall, you can take a study break, and then there's a bunch of little mini games with it. This game just sounds really cool. It sounds like it'd be a good time. Okay, the next game that I have for my PSP is this pets game, Hamster's Bunch. I bought this at the Retro Game Convention, and y'all please look at like the back of this. It's just like really cute. The glare is like working against us. There we go, good. Little hamsters are so cute. Raise and play with your own hamster family. So you can just like have a bunch of hamsters, you can dress them up, you feed them, you take care of them. There's different like colored hamsters, there's 50 fun events for your hamsters. Like this is just like, I love little pet games like this. I love them so much. I just think they're so cute. I haven't got around playing this one. Most of the pet games I've played have been on my DS, like Nintendogs. I freaking love that game. It's so awesome. It's still great even after all these years. I love it. That game is just, it's so cute. This next game is super random, but it's a game that came with my PSP when I bought it. It was one of the 3. Winning 11. I assume this is a racing game. In fact, once again, let me be a good historian for my video. Oh, I'm wrong. Winning 11 refers to games and Konami's Winning 11 soccer series. I thought that it was a racing game, but I'm wrong. It's a sports game, it's a soccer game. I actually, fun fact about me, very random fact, I used to play soccer back in the day. So I do know some things about soccer. I'm not typically like a big sports video game person. My dad was really into those when I was growing up. So I did play like Madden, like the old Madden games growing up a little bit. I didn't really know what I was doing. Like there was like a basketball game, like an NBA game. I mean, we like had sports games in the house growing up. I did play them. Am I the biggest fan of them now? Not necessarily, but you never know. Like, it could be a lot of fun. So maybe we'll give it a try. Okay, so this is the last game in this category before I move to my favorite topic, JRPGs. I'm very excited. Just to go and give you like a foreshadowing, like this is all the JRPGs I have. So that's like a whole category of its own. Like half of the games I own for PSP are JRPGs. I was like, let me move the camera because some of y'all might not want to just see like Remy licking herself. Like she's being cute and everything, but now she's still weaseling her way in. She's so funny. So anyway, the next game that I have that I want to show you that I have for PSP is one of my favorite games also. I have Gran Turismo for PSP. This is the greatest hits version. I just played a ton of Gran Turismo back in the day. Like that was like my most played racing game personally, especially growing up with the PlayStation. I played some Need for Speed, but I just like wasn't as into it. I think partly it was the music for this game that I really loved, as well as like the idea of getting the licenses and the tracks, like something about it, I don't really know. It's just the vibe, really. And maybe just nostalgia factor because me and my sister played the heck out of it. But like I said, we also played Need for Speed and some other racing games. And I mean, of course, like Mario Kart, right? Like it's hard. They're just so different. It's hard to compare them. But nonetheless, Gran Turismo, I have played this one a little bit and I really love it. It's awesome, these games that I love for the PlayStation, being able to play it portably. Like that is just awesome, and it's kind of like a different experience too. So okay y'all, it's time to get into the JRPGs. I'm gonna start with the games that I own loose, I don't have a case for. And once again, like even if it's technically not like a story JRPG, then it's a part of the JRPG series. So you get what I'm putting down, right? The first game that I have is Final Fantasy Dissidia for the PSP. I'll be honest, I played this game on the PlayStation. I think I have the PS4 copy of this game. I wasn't like crazy about it because I couldn't really figure out battle mechanics, but I didn't put that much time into it. I do love how you can play as some of our favorite Final Fantasy characters like Squall and Cloud, and I mean, hello, there's like so many. I have not played the PSP version yet, but I heard that this is just like a whole different experience and that it's like just a better game for PSP. If you've played Dissidia on console, like PlayStation console, and you've also played it on PSP, do you agree with that statement? I will have to play it and get back to you and let you know how I feel about it. I just feel like I need to play the console version more to just give it like a true shot. All right, so the next game that I have, sadly I don't have the case for, and part of me would love to just go to eBay and just find the case just so that I can have that to store it. This is actually, fun fact, the very first game that I ever bought for my PSP. And this is like really the reason I wanted a PSP, so that I could play, it's kind of hard to see it, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. I think this is my third favorite Final Fantasy game I've ever played. I love Zack Fair. I played Crisis Core Reunion, kind of like the remastered version for PlayStation. To be honest, I have played this. It's a lot harder on the PSP. I think they really ironed out a lot of the battle mechanics when they did the remake. But at the same time, like the graphics are just older and have that nostalgia factor and just the charm to it that I love. Once again, I think sometimes with these games you just need patience to learn something new, right? Like you're playing it on a different console, it's not going to be the same. It is harder, but I still really love it. And I was like thinking, how fun would it be just to do all those side quests? There's so many side quests in Crisis Core, but they would be so fun to do on the PSP, really cozy, just kind of. Okay, the next game that I want to show you for my PSP, it actually came with my PSP. Like this is actually crazy that it came with this, like really lucky. I have Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. If you aren't following me on Twitch, but you're just watching this video, I did play the first Kingdom Hearts game for the very first time on my Twitch channel. Been going through uploading all the VODs. If you want to see my first playthrough of Kingdom Hearts, I have most of the VODs uploaded at the moment of this video being recorded, and I should have all of them up by the end of the week now. So when I play Birth by Sleep, it is gonna be my Twitch channel. This is just something I'll be able to keep forever, and if I want to replay, just being able to play it on the PSP. Listen, it came with my PSP, which is like really exciting and awesome. It's not gonna be the first time I play it, won't be on PSP, but I heard that it's like really good on the PSP, so I'm excited about it. Okay, so these games, I'm gonna show you the first one because the first one I actually have the case for, the second one I do not. And I need to get the case for the second one. There's certain games I'm like, okay, I need to be able to like store them properly, which means having a case. So the next game I want to show you is, I have the original Final Fantasy for PSP. I think that the first time I play this game is going to be in this format. I love Final Fantasy. I've played Final Fantasy 6. I'm going to be playing 9 soon. So I haven't played 1 through 5 yet. I don't have plans to play like Final Fantasy 1 or 2 for the first time on my Twitch channel. Levi's making an appearance now. Hello, Levi. But yeah, I was so excited when I found this, and it wasn't even very expensive. It was definitely under like $40, like definitely. I feel like it was like 20 or something. But yeah, I think handheld is just a really great way to play these games. They do have the Pixel remasters out if you are interested in playing the Final Fantasy games, the earlier ones. So the second game, I kind of already said it. Final Fantasy 2, also for PSP, but I don't have the case for this, sadly. I bought both of these at the same time at a retro game convention. I saw them and I was like, yes. Yes, 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 take my money, let me have them. Yeah, I need to get a case for Crisis Core, also need to get a case for Final Fantasy 2, but kind of the same thing. I think the first time I play those, the first time I experience them, I want to be on PSP. That'd be really fun. So I still have the price sticker on the next two, so you can actually see how much I bought them for. I also bought this one at the Retro Game Convention, so if you watched that video, then you already saw it. I have Phantasy Star Portable. There's something in Japanese here. Let's use our fancy little feature to figure out what the heck this says. Oh, it just says Kushiguro of family. That's what the Japanese says. I have Phantasy Star Portable. I've never played a Phantasy Star game. It is on the backlog. I got it for $19, which is like what I'm talking about. Like, I'm able to find these PSP games for pretty good prices. There's definitely games I want. Like, I want Chrono Trigger for DS very badly. That game's expensive. I want Silent Hill 2 for PlayStation 2 very badly. That game's like pretty expensive. I'd love to do a video talking about the expensive retro physical games I really want. The ones that are like, I want them so bad, but they are expensive. And those are two, so a little spoiler if I ever make that video, they're gonna be up there. But it's always really nice when you can get a game for 20 bucks. Of course, I have Phantasy Star games that are like newer. You can get them on Steam and they're like cheaper maybe, or that's the really cool thing about retro game collecting is that I think that there's a stigma that it's like expensive, or if you're a retro game collector, then that's like an expensive hobby. But in my experience, I find games for pretty good prices all the time. I know that it's not something I do like every single weekend necessarily, but so I can get like 5 games for the price of 1. Isn't that crazy? I just love it, right? And it's also like, just like a really fun thing to do is like collecting them and building my collection, which I love. This game that I got, this one was a little more expensive. It was $27. Valkyrie Profile. I've never played a Valkyrie Profile game, but I've heard wonderful things about them, like that it's so good. It was $27, so I was like, definitely let me pick this up. At the retro game convention that I went to, there was this guy selling a bunch of games, and he had impeccable taste, like such great taste. A lot of JRPGs, some Silent Hill once again, a lot of really like great classic games. And I bought these two games from him, and I'm really excited to play them. They're on the backlog. I'll get to them at some point. Okay, the next game that I'm gonna show you is a game that I have played some of. I haven't finished it, and I really love it. So I have Disgaea, Afternoon of Darkness. So something I found out after I bought this and after I've been playing it, that this is a remake actually of, what is the original one called? I need to look it up. Now I'm like going blank. Oh, Hour of Darkness. Okay, I already found it. So this is a remake of Hour of Darkness, and I've never played this Disgaea game. I've really been interested in playing one. It is a tactical RPG. I just think it's like so much fun. I love the characters. It's got like this really cute like anime style to it that I really think is adorable and that I love. Really need to get back into playing this because I was enjoying it so much. I will show you my very last game that I have for this video, and maybe you will see why I ended up dropping that one and playing this one instead. This is one of my favorite games I have for PSP. I love it so much, and probably, okay, this and like Crisis Core, right, is like some of my favorite games I have for PSP. I own Final Fantasy Tactics for PSP, and now I'm remembering that the reason that I dropped Disgaea was to start playing Final Fantasy Tactics for PSP. I have never actually played Final Fantasy Tactics before starting this version on PSP, but as we know, so exciting that the remake is coming out this month. It's coming out in September, I believe September 30th. I've already pre-ordered a copy for the PS5, so I'm so excited to play that. Yeah, this is the War of the Lions. I do really love this game. It is also a tactical RPG, if you're not familiar with the Final Fantasy series, or if you're not familiar with this game. I just think it's so beautiful. I love tactical RPGs. I love like strategy. I think it comes from my childhood playing games like Civilization, Red Alert Command and Conquer, Age of Empires. Kind of growing up playing those games, I am really a bit big into like strategy, tactical strategy, turn-based games. So I was really enjoying this. I didn't necessarily have intentions to like I wasn't pressuring myself to finish it, right? Like I wasn't pressuring myself to finish this game before the remake comes out. I just wanted to be able to play enough of it to be able to compare it to the remake when it does come out, but I would love to like fully play this on my PSP at some point. But I'll be honest, once that remake comes out, like probably just gonna switch and play that one. And yeah, I'm just really excited for that. I love my PSP. I love my PSP games. If you don't have a PSP, I think you should get one. I think you should go to eBay or check your retro game store. The thing is, like, I really wanted a pink one, which is why I specifically went to eBay so that I could get like one that had that was refurbished with like the case on it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you sat and you were interested in the PSP games I own and you enjoyed it, please like and comment the video. It does boost the video so that other people can see and enjoy it too. And it supports me in a big way. I appreciate you. And yeah, if there's any other videos that you would love to see, any other topics you want me to cover, let me know. I will of course continue to do physical game collection videos as I go out to the world and I shop and I add to my collection. I'm also going to be starting a series where I start Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories here on this YouTube channel. So if you want to see my reaction to Chain of Memories, if I end up just not vibing with it, I will probably stop that series and just do a reaction video to the story as a whole. We'll just see. I've heard some mixed reviews of Chain of Memories. So that's kind of the things I have up and coming on this YouTube channel. I love making YouTube videos. It's something I just got into like last year, and yeah, I primarily stream on Twitch. So if you also want to follow me over there and come to one of my Twitch streams and you want to say hi, I would love to have you. I'd love to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have the best day. Thanks, bye.